Gentlemen, we would like to introduce you to CBD Pros. We've got Andrew Brandt and we have John Fisher here. Let's see where you are, John. John, can you talk?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I sure can.
All right. Hey, you guys.
To use video if you want. Oh, there you are.
You're on
Yay,
video. Okay. If you want to present any slides on your screen, you can do so with the share screen button at the bottom.
Gotcha. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our brand launch officially for CBD Pros, and we're only going to be discussing CBD Pros today. The Dreams conversion model is coming. We're getting our legs on that and making sure all the ducks in a row and all the legal pieces are put together. So that will come. So we're looking forward to something good. But for now, you can start selling CBD Pros today. So John, take it away.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
One last note. I'm sorry to jump on. You can follow along with what he's talking about in the Dropbox folder, and you can find the deck and the 2-minute drill of CBD Pros in the brands folder. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, looking forward to working with everybody and pushing everything and growing our company. We've got a great company. Been very successful to this point. Continuously growing. We've got our own manufacturing and distribution center in Addison, Texas. Our corporate office is in Addison, Texas, at the airport. We manufacture probably 65% of our own products in-house. We have and own 4 different CBD brands, and then recently launched our cannabis brand and model as well. And so we've got a great model, a lot of reasons. Also we've got something that's really a differentiator, and what I call a difference maker is we have the ability to manage locations for franchisees if they just have some passive income and they don't want to be involved in the day-to-day operations. So of all of the stores that we have open right now, we actually manage 99% of them. So there's literally only one store that is self-managed at this point. Everybody has seen the value in that option, and they get access to my whole team, and we charge a very minimal fee to manage the location for them. And literally we handle everything A to Z. Literally it's just mailbox money for them. So everything is handled. They can be involved as much as they want to, or zero or none. So majority of the current ones we have now, they have very little input or even come into the facility or whatever, stuff like that. They just want to be invested or involved in, CBD and cannabis and things like this. Isn't a great way, especially if they have some passive income, they have other jobs, they're retired, or they have other businesses that they run, but they have an option to be able to be invested in our model. It gives them that freedom to do so. So we've never closed the store. It's our motto is no man or woman left behind, kind of the military motto. So we do everything in our power to ensure the success of our stores and the success of our franchisees, whatever that looks like. Continued support, continued training, whatever that looks like. It's our name on the building, so it's very important to us that everything gets done right and everybody has the proper training or whatever they need for us. It's not you just get 3 or 4 days of training and then good luck, hope it all works out for you. So we're very involved, and we want to make sure that they do more than one location, right? So that's kind of our model that we have set up now. We, like I said, again, we produce about 65% of our products in-house. So we've got some really amazing margins, and we don't take as much markup on the inventory. We allow our stores at the retail level, our franchisees, to be more profitable, so obviously the goal is, for them to do more than one location. So if they're not profitable or very successful with those locations, then why are they going to do more? So we have to give them those every edge that we can to make sure that we're outdoing the competition or other companies. I don't really consider competition other companies. Let me rephrase that. So
hey, told you I'd come back.
So that's our kind of our setup. Andrew Brandt is on the call as well too, and Andrew helps with heading up a lot of our franchise department and stuff like that. and hosting, events and days, discovery days and stuff like that here at the office and stuff like that. So love to be able to get you guys through and check it out. And see if we can blow this thing up and all make some money.
This is awesome, John. We've got a few questions if that's okay. We're gonna start a few, but then guys, if you want to put any questions in the chat, please do. And we'll jump in and take as many as we can while we have about 17 minutes left. Andrew, do you want to say, a couple words here real quick? And so they know your name here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Andrew Brandt. I am with CBD Pros full time. Been doing that since pretty much January of this last year, part-time and then full-time over the last 4 months. We started doing franchise expo shows and cannabis expo shows and got a pretty good following, pretty good turnouts whenever we do those expos. So just want to work with you guys, make sure that we're not double dipping on the same kind of venue at the same time. But I'm also here to help anybody when they have questions or want to have an additional one-on-one call with me and somebody else, or just me and you guys to answer any questions that you have. But I have an extensive franchising background, came from restaurants and retail. So I have a pretty well-rounded suit on what other franchise models are in other industries and that kind of stuff. So any questions you guys have, CBD related, hemp related, anything that you can, that you want to learn a little bit more about the industry, I'll be your guy for that. I'll put my contact information in the chat below. So if anybody needs it, feel free to give me a buzz.
Okay, and just a reminder, everybody, thank you so much, Andrew. The process, Andrew, too, is simply that these brokers will, engage with clients, and then as they're ready, they'll introduce it to the brand ambassador, who will be Brian Pearson, and that will be your contact person. And the CQs will come in through Brian. Brian will introduce those. Any problems you have, anything you need, obviously Brian can help you and connect you. So it kind of really helps streamline the process. Also, guys, I'm sure we're going to do a discovery day one of these days here soon with CBD Pros, so you guys can see in person what they're talking about, how great their brand is. And then I think we've got some chat messages, and I know I
had a couple comments
questions
here.
Too. Go ahead.
One for the brokers, one for the brand. With the brokers, submit, register your candidate for CBD Pros on the CQ. That will alert Brian on its own and also give you the lead. So you're the owner of the lead, and puts it in the system going forward. So that's one. And the other thing was, what I really love about what you guys are doing is it's a done for you model is an option in there for people who want to just put the investment in there and not have to work in a retail store. That's a really good advantage. And I think that your upfront fee, your franchise fee, is reasonably low. So it's a great option, I think, for what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you. And we want to keep it affordable, right? We're very passionate about the industry, right? We got involved in the industry because we used the products and it worked so well for us. We're like, wow, everybody should have these products, and it should have that availability across America, right? Because everybody is dealing with some sort of a condition, whether it's pain, anxiety, sleep issues, depression, whatever. And then especially during COVID, people really needed our products more than ever, over these last 2 years of everything we've been dealt with, so during COVID, we didn't just survive, we thrived. We had month over month increases during this period of time, and that's a huge testament to these products and people, wanting to live a better, healthier life without taking pharmaceuticals and all this other stuff, so get that natural, all organic, natural approach, so I think we're at an opportune time right now to really, expand and blow this up. The other great thing about our situation is being deemed essential, like, especially with what we've dealt with the last 2 years, that's a huge selling point for an investment in a franchisee, they don't have to worry about being shut down for 6 months because they can't operate their bar or restaurant or fast food or whatever. So, that is a huge selling point in this model. Like, like I said, we were deemed essential, and people need those products more than ever. So that's another great selling point to protect their asset, their investment. And then, like I said, with the management piece of it, like we've had such a great response with that because, a lot of people want to be involved, but may have other, commitments or whatever, but, they have that passive income. So it allows them to enter the space, and generate another revenue stream, and they don't have to do anything for it. Like I said, we literally handle everything. We set the entity up for them. We handle sales tax, payroll tax. I mean, just everything from A to Z. When I say everything, they don't have to do anything.
Kevin Barron has a question, and it's not a dumb question. It's actually a good question. It's the key differentiator versus you and other CBD companies. And top level, I'll speak to it. This is one of the reasons we wanted John. One is, Kevin, it's a conversion model. In other words, they can come in as CBD and not have to worry about the license aspect of it, open a CBD store, and at a given point, drop the switch. When it becomes legal, they get a license and become a cannabis company. Some will maintain being a CBD, some will go to cannabis. That's one differentiator. The second one, which is what he's talking about, is the management model. And there are not a lot of those in CBD, but to have the management model fully operational, where you are just literally getting a drop passive paycheck. There's a lot of investors that we work with personally that love that ability to do so in a brand that already has several, units open, 20, 30, 40 units open. And then the third is it's the margins, Kevin. Not everyone, most CBD companies are grabbing other people's brands. They don't have their own product. So when you're developing 65% of your products in-house, that fattens those margins. In other words, you don't have the same cost as if you're purchasing it from somebody and bringing it in. So those are three really key points.
And then there's an overall one that goes in there. He alluded to it, John alluded to it, but when you're selling, especially in an economic crisis, if you want to call it that, but a down market, a lot of franchise brokers will shift to the recession resistant would be the phrase that everybody uses or legally can use, recession resistant concepts. But this isn't just recession resistant. This is pandemic thriving. I mean, it went up in the pandemic, not even just a recession. So the government kept them open when they shut down retail. So most of the people in retail and gyms, they want to switch. So if you find some of those franchisees, they're a great switch over.
Yeah. And next question we have for you, John, is does the 44,000 you show in EBITDA in your presentation include management fees so the franchisee can be passive? Yes.
So a few of those stores are our own personal stores that we own 100% of. That's three of those stores. And the fourth one we just acquired, bought our partner out 50% on one store. So yes, majority of those stores includes the management fee. Only in those numbers, 3 of them did not have management fees, and those were our own personal stores that we owned that we obviously didn't charge a management fee to because those were our stores and stuff. So yes, that is still after everything is paid, said and done, including the management fee. And we've only been charging $2,000 a month management fee for that option.
I think that's incredible.
And again, we wanted to keep it affordable, right? We want to be a good option. If we just feed the store to death and feed the franchisee to death, nobody wins in that scenario, right? Only the franchisor, right? So, and it's not about the franchisor, it's about the franchisee, right? So if we don't allow them to thrive, then they're not going to do more. And they're our best advocate and salesperson as well, too, because if they had a great experience and it's a great investment for them, they're going to tell their friends and family and other things, right? So that just continues to breed success and makes it easier to sell. And we've evaluated raising that fee a little bit, and we potentially may raise that a little bit. because of just labor costs have went up, during especially the last 90 days, 4 months, really the workforce issues that a lot of people have been dealing with. We have had a little bit of struggle with that too as well. Before, we really never had any struggles with hiring people. And that's the other great thing about this industry, CBD and cannabis in general. Generally, when you hire somebody or somebody wants to be a part of the industry, they're already part of the industry. They're either taking the products, it's changed their lives or whatever. So they are so passionate about the industry, like it really makes a huge difference on the front line with these employees, these teammates, because they literally treat the location like they wrote the check for it. And in today's world, we know that's hard to find one person that treats your business the way you do. And we have close to, I don't know, we have over 80 some odd people on our team. And I can tell you probably 98% of those people on our team treat every location like that money comes out of their bank account. So it's a rare breed, right? And that's what's great about this industry too, as well. And we have recruited many customers that have kept coming in that were, long-term customers that just, had a changing event with them, or their life-changing event of how the products have made them feel better, live a better life and stuff. And they've actually asked, how I want to be involved, so we've hired many customers to become a part of the team, and they're a great advocate because they can give their own personal testimony to guests that come in. They can relate, and it makes it an easier transaction. And, the story when people buy from people, it really is really true. And it's really true in this industry because every one of our teammates is a daily user of CBD or cannabis in some way. So, that makes a huge difference as well too. And we've been very fortunate to be able to attract the right people. We're very strategic, and we're very methodical about our hiring process and who we do hire and who we do allow to come into the circle.
Can we
Because
talk about that a minute? John, can we talk about your team a little bit so they can get some confidence like we have in your team?
yeah, I've got Carlos is my regional manager, and then I've got JR and Carolyn is like district managers. And then we have 3 or 4 like district managers in training at a higher level, caliber of people. So that $2,000 a month fee for managing a location, you're getting, hundreds of thousands of dollars of an employee and team that's put together that has years and years of not only retail experience, but, marketing and just, high level sales or whatever, you're getting an amazing team. For that price. It's really, people really have said you're crazy for charging that price and you should charge more. I'm like, well, yes, I get that, but also we want to keep it affordable. Like, we want this business to be an opportunity for anybody and everybody to be able to have a store, not just the 1% elite that are very wealthy, right? So this opens up, a lot of opportunities for people to become self-employed and have a little bit more control of their own destiny and their own lives and, start working on building generational wealth, not working for somebody else, working for themselves in a future, why they do what they do, so, but I have an amazing team. We're very involved, very strategic, things don't happen on accident, we're very purposeful, very strategic, looking at everything before we do something, the good, the bad, the ugly, or whatever that looks like. So you're getting a high level team. Also, the advantage is when they sign up with us and we're managing for them, literally, they don't have to worry about anything. And so in these markets where we have other franchisees and other stores, we don't have to worry about employees because we have people that are off at another store. If somebody calls in sick, somebody's on vacation, somebody's having a baby, we always have replacement teammates available that are experienced, and you're not just putting somebody in there just to cover the store, and you're putting high level people in there that have, a lot of training and experience to where, you don't have to worry about that as well. So which is another huge benefit of how we do things and what we do.
That's great, John. For the last few minutes, let's cover the numbers. We have one last question, and then let's cover the costs and
Well, we only got 3 minutes. So can we throw them into the Dropbox and they can get all of that?
Yeah,
from
we can do
there?
that.
Is that all right?
That's fine. So there's one last question in here. Does the 44K EBITDA?
We asked that.
also
Oh.
factor in royalties?
Oh, good question.
Let's see. Yes, the exception would be those 3 or 4 stores that we owned. We did not charge royalty fees on those, but a majority of those, so 97% of those did include the management fees and royalty fees. So yes.
So, and if you
Good.
want specificities on that, contact Andrew, and John is available to you, but he is extremely busy. They have just they just secured 10, 15 licenses in New Mexico. So a lot of things are going on and in John's world, which is a benefit to you all. So Andrew will be our key point contact from the franchising. But again, if you have any questions for Jason and I, all the information is in the Dropbox. We're glad to take additional calls coming up. There's Andrew's contract information right there. But again, you guys know how to work this, go through your ambassador, make sure Brian has the lead as you move through, because Brian will make sure it's taken care of from our end.
Yeah, register your candidate, when you're
CQ,
right up to the front. Make sure you got that guy, labeled under you.
make sure the finances are in order and not,
Right.
before you get them over to Brian. So, all right, guys, John and Andrew, we are so grateful. We're so excited about this. And again, guys, you're going to see them back on probably, I'd say less than 2 months as Dreams gets
Expands.
launched, and which is
Exciting.
the cannabis version. So again, key here, guys, put in any state and do that conversion model CBD. So
Yeah.
thank you. Last words, Sean.
No, I just appreciate everybody's time and everything. You guys, as you learn to work with us and you learn who we are and what we are and what we're about, we're on a mission. So I only know 200 miles an hour with my hair on fire. So that's my whole team, right? So we're very aggressive. We like getting deals done. We like closing deals. So we're here for any help or support. And then, as Holly stated, we have another great venture coming up that we want to launch. And then, we're hugely interested in working on a model for New York, which I think is going to have a huge opportunity for all of us to really sell a lot of cannabis franchises in New York. We could put thousands of stores in New York. So very excited about that. I want to just place a little teaser for you guys. There's more to come. So look forward to working with you guys and appreciate all your help and support, and Holly, Jason as well too. Appreciate your patience and hanging in there with me, because it has been crazy. So thank you for that. And like I said, we're here to help in any way we can. So let us know how we can help, and we're at your disposal.
Thanks so much,
Thanks,
John.
guys. And we just want to let you know this is being recorded. We have 40 brokers. A lot of these brokers are actually doing deals, so they're not on every call. But all of this is going into their folders. And I do see 3 of our ambassadors are on this call, so they'll be sharing with the team. And some of the other ambassadors couldn't make it because of deals. So